Headshot test.
Okay, so so bench type machine we can use for examination of shaft, gear, small component. Basically, that machines we are using for automobile sector, right? Small parts. And whenever we are doing magnetic particle testing of pressure vessel, well joint, and the big, suppose the tanks and these things, then we are using the yoke type machine. Okay, and for casting, big casting, we are using prod type machine. So basically, these three types of machines we are using based on our products and manufacturing process. Suppose casting is there, then we can use prod, but on finished component, we can't use the
The
prod type or
prod type
direct technique. Yeah. Okay. So
due to the spark.
yeah, because of spark. Okay. So now we'll discuss details here about the machines. Now, when we are talking about the machines, in machines there are 5 to 6 facilities. For example, current, there is either AC current or DC or HWDC currents facility are available. So based on requirement, we are using the currents. So second is demagnetization unit is required or not. What is the purpose of demagnetization? To remove the residual magnetic field. Okay, so we are using demagnetization process. So magnetization means to generate the magnetic field in the material, and demagnetization means after testing, we have to remove that residual magnetic field, and that's why we are putting coil in the same equipment, or we have the different arrangement that is known as demagnetization. Okay, then amperage required means suppose if now the amount of current depends upon your job thickness or diameter. Okay, so if diameter increases, current value increases. So if my job diameter is bigger, for example, suppose 500 millimeters, and then I have to use higher current, so machine range will be higher amperage. So line voltage requirement also there. So accessories needed or required. So suppose if we are using the fluorescent method, then we have to add black light there. Okay, so this black light and so we have to use that black light assembly and regulator, voltage regulator also. So and if suppose if you are using the yoke type machine, so there is no simple machine, just we are using the line voltage whatever available, and we are generating longitudinal magnetic field, and we are using the for oil field equipments we can check the magnetic particle testing. Okay, so here, so based on your component, uh, we are choosing the equipment. So now weight horizontal equipment, to option a circular magnetization, the specimen is clamped between the head and tail stop. For longitudinal magnetization, the coil is moved so that area to be tested is encircled by the coil. So typically weight horizontal unit usually accommodate both AC and HWDC magnetization. So whenever we are using this bench type machine, so in that machines we have getting the facility of AC current and facility of HWDC current also. Okay, then weight continuous field method. Weight continuous. Please remember, weight means the bath. We are using water or oil or kerosene. That is known as weight. Continuous field. Continuous means if you are applying current and while current is flowing, at the same time, if you are applying bath, then it is continuous weight continuous method. So this is, and the other method is weight residual method. Residual method in the sense you are applying current, the magnetic field will be generated, and then you remove current, and after there is some residual field is there, and then you are applying the current. You are applying the iron particle is known as residual magnetization. Okay, so but basically we are using weight continuous method because sensitivity of weight continuous method is high as compared to weight residual method. So see here the sequence of flow. The flow bath through nozzle and over entire surface of part. So first we are applying the bath on the job surface, and then stop bath flow and apply current at the instant bath flow is stopped. Means after immediately stoppage of your bath flow, we have to apply current. So this is the, in short, continuous method means while current is flowing, bath also on the surface of the component. So see, this is the bath and this is the crack. This is headshot arrangement, and the current is going straight and magnetic field is here circular, and you will detect this defect. So continuous method means now bath is flowing at the same time current is flowing. So this is also here coil type, and this is here bath. Here current is flowing, and you will detect these discontinuities. So dry continuous field method. Now this is dry continuous. Means dry powder instead of wet method. We are using dry in some cases. Suppose job temperature is high, and then we can't use wet method. Otherwise, the water or the oil will evaporate. No? So in that case, we have to use dry particles, dry method. So apply magnetizing current, blow powder particle over magnetized area. So first, what we need to do here, apply magnetizing current means first we start the current, then we will apply the particles, and then we will remove the excess particles or powder from the job, and then we are stopping the current. So this is the process for a dry continuous method. So the powder should float to magnetized area so that particle will be attracted to any flux leakage. Dry powder method is typically used with both mobile and portable equipment, which will be discussed on the following pages. So in many cases, it is necessary to bring the equipment to the specimen. Typically, mobile equipment such as the one above usually operates on 220. Okay, that is the voltage range and the mobile equipment, and it will produce current up to 400 amperes. So the mobile equipment usually produce both AC and HWDC magnetizing current. So in magnetic particle testing, basically we are using these two type of current. We are not using DC current. The cable used on the mobile, on the unit above vary from 15 feet to 100 feet. This is for mobile equipment. So shorter cable will permit the maximum current output, because if length of cable increases, the resistance will increases and output current will be reduces.
Less.
So prods and cables are usually used with mobile equipment. It often takes two technicians to manipulate the prods and apply the magnetic powder. So whenever we are using the prod techniques, so prod or cable, the techniques, the two persons required there. One is for to handling the prod, and the second one is for applying the iron particles on the job, on the examination surface. So however, longitudinal magnetization can be produced by wrapping the cable into a coil. It also possible to use a central conductor clamped between the two cables and to produce circular magnetization. So what they are saying means the prod also we can use to generate circular magnetic field also, and to generate coil shot also. During the practical, I will say I will show you how we can use the prod machine to generate headshot and coil shot.
तो मनोज पुढे येतोय का नाही येतोय काही सांगत
Mobile equipment uses dry powder method, but can be used with aerosol scan, means that is the ready-made bath we are using. Now this is the portable equipment yoke type machine, and see here this is the red color magnetic particle ink, and this is the dry powder blower, and this is the fluorescent magnetic ink. So portable equipment is, and this is the ultraviolet lamp here, and this is the Gauss meter. The use of Gauss meter is to verify the residual magnetic field. So portable equipment is lighter and less expensive than other type of magnetic particle testing equipment. Typical portable equipment as shown above operates on 110 to 200 volts. Okay, that is the voltage range, whatever available in line voltage. But the current value is is very less, between 500 to 1200 amperes. This is the prod type machine. So this is also mobile equipment, or we can say portable also, because but if we are saying, when we are saying portable, when we are saying portable, if the weight of the equipment is less and if you are easily moved from one place to other place, then we can say portable equipment. So these units usually have a choice of either AC or HWDC. So as with mobile equipment, the cable can be used for prods wrapping into a coil or connecting to the central conductor. Suppose ये आपका prod है, तो ये कभी कभी क्या होता है, ये जो prod टेक्निक्स है उसका केबल हम लोग सेपरेट कर सकते हैं. तो ये एक prod ऐसा रहेगा, उसका एक केबल रहेगा ऐसा इधर, दूसरा प्रॉड इधर ऐसा रहेगा, उसका एक केबल रहेगा ऐसा. तो अगर ये मेरा जॉब है, तो ये जॉब को हम लोग ये प्रॉड ऐसा कनेक्ट करेंगे, तो ये हेडशॉट हो गया. नाउ करंट ऐसा फ्लो करेगा, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड सर्कुलर होगा. तो ये प्रॉड से भी हम लोग हेडशॉट दे सकते हैं. तो हेडशॉट मीन्स क्या है, करंट एक्सियल डायरेक्शन में पास करना. तो आप ये प्रॉड से करो, इधर से केबल लगा के करो, नहीं तो इधर और एक केबल लगा के करो. देन इस यही केबल जो है, ये केबल अगर मैंने राउंड किया ऐसा और उसके बीच में जॉब रख दिया, तो ये हो गया कॉइल शॉट. तो ये प्रॉड से हम लोग हेडशॉट बना सकते हैं coil shot bana sakte hain, and we are using also prod. So as mobile equipment, the cable can be used for prods wrapping into coils and connecting a central conductor. Isme central conductor bhi kar sakte hain. Portable equipment also uses the dry powder method for most applications. So sometimes we are using here portable equipment also uses dry powder method for most applications. Now the dry powder and wet powder, now you know very well. Dry powder means this dry powder, wet powder means the dry particles we are mixing with water, that is known as wet method.
बाजगिरी बिलाल ने मैं उन्ना भी
So
जुड़ा है
see, this
तो
is
ये
demagnetization unit.
तो ये
The most
हाँ
common type of demagnetizing equipment consists of an coil through which AC is flowing, and a
Mr.
typical
Pankaj,
unit
can
is
you
shown
just
below
mute?
and includes a track that will carry the part through the coil. As the part is carried away from the coil, the magnetic field is reduced. The continuously alternating current in the coil completes the demagnetization. So इसमें से हम लोग अभी सपोज पार्ट पास करेंगे, जॉब पास करेंगे, तो पास करते करते उसमें जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है वो रिमूव हो जाएगा. ऐसा इसमें अरेंजमेंट किया रहता है. तो डीमैग्नेटाइजेशन के लिए ये कॉइल हम लोग यूज करते हैं. So non-magnetic material cannot be tested. So please remember, this is the limitation of magnetic particle testing. So magnetic particle testing will detect the discontinuities that are deeper than approximately 1/4 inch below the surface. So up to 1/4 inch will not detect discontinuities that are deeper than 1/4 inch, means up to 6.5 maximum. We can detect. However, the penetration depends upon the permeability of the material and type of discontinuity and amount and type of current used. Now the safety precaution, electrical arcing is hazardous. It's usually caused by poor contact or by using excessive current. It can also be caused by allowing the prod to slip, which may result in arcing or damaging the surface of the part. The arcing causes spark, which may result in fire. This is the problem. If current is leakage, then there are chances of spark, and that will leads to fire also, and that sometimes it will leads to damage surface finish or something. So dust from the magnetic particle is non-toxic, but excessive amount should not be inhaled. Use a dust respirator. Smoking or open flame should not be permitted near the wet bath process. So safety precaution, the black light which is used with fluorescent particle will not damage the skin or eye if the filter are used on the light. So this is very important clause again here. The black light means ultraviolet light, and if you are, when we are using this ultraviolet light in case of fluorescent magnetic particle testing, but we need to take care of the filter of that. If filter is broken, then ultraviolet lights, that shorter wavelength will came outside, and that will damage our skin, or specifically eyes. So it is possible to experience of clouding of vision if the black light is directed into the eye. This happens because the fluid in the eye will momentarily fluoresce, because हमारे जो आँख है उसमें fluorescence है, and if you are focusing the ultraviolet light towards the eye, that fluorescence will glow. So burns can be caused due to resistance hitting in the part or on the prods. A caution should be used in handling the part or touching the prod immediately after the magnetic particle test. So because of current, there are chances of hitting the prods. So we are not going to touch immediately after the testing. See here, this is the dry particle, and he is doing magnetic particle testing here, and this is the different color powders. The sensitivity is not depends upon color, but the only thing is that contrast. If your job is red, then we can't use red color powder. If job is black, we can't use black color powder, because you will not get the indication. So these are the things are here. So when the medium, whether dry or liquid, is applied to the specimen with while magnetizing current is flowing, the procedure is known as continuous method. If the medium is applied after the magnetizing current is shut off, the procedure is known as residual method. Now see here, if the medium is applied, medium means iron particle, after the magnetizing current is shut off, means if you stop the current and if you are applying the iron particle, that is known as residual method. In the dry method, the powder is applied by sprinkling or dusting the specimen. In wet method, the medium is mixed with liquid to make bath, which is then applied to the surface of the specimen. See here, this is the wet method. And the particle of testing medium must possess two important properties: high permeability and low retentivity. Why this high permeability particles we are using and low retentivity? Please, anybody try to explain? दूसरा सर? Yeah, anybody try to tell? बोला कौन तर बोला.
Hello.
हाँ बोला.
So high permeability will allow there will be less resistance during the flow of the current.
ओके, तो हाई परमेबिलिटी रहेगा तो क्या होगा?
तो एक्चुअली फ्लो ज्यादा रहेगा तो फील्ड अच्छा से जनरेट होगा.
क्या सच है ये? दूसरा और कौन बता सकते हैं?